What a crew we've got here. Creighton head coach Greg McDermott, Providence head coach Ed Cooley, of course Coach Lavin, and we are here, we've commenced at the Garden to really campaign for a dollar beer night in February between Creighton and Providence. What do you guys say?
I'm all in on it. You know, we got to talk to the dunk. We got to talk to the people. I saw you at the game last year when you was at Creighton. Did Coach Mack buy? Did he buy?
He did. Yeah, the night before he put me on scholarship. I felt like it was a 48-hour visit, like I was being recruited, and I was ready to sign after the 2 days.
Before,
I understand.
after, and during.
In Omaha.
Yeah.
In Omaha, nice.
He had a T-shirt cannon during the game.
You did?
Yeah, it's just showing all the versatility, the skills from long
So
range.
you're a great player, so you can play all positions.
Yeah, got to wear a lot of hats in this business. Yeah, got to be prepared. Build shelter for a rainy day. Let's talk some about the conference, just as a whole, with the national championships that Villanova's had in recent years, the runs to the NCAA tournament, 5 straight for you, Coach. Obviously, the success that you've had, Coach McDermott. Right now, among all the conferences in the country, do you put the Big East right there at the top?
You know, I'm not going to say we're the best conference. I think we're very competitive, top to bottom. I think we have really good players, younger players. The league is really young right now, and that's good because, you know, we have players we feel that can be in school for a while and get better. There's a lot of great conferences. I'm just proud that we're able to have Fox, we're able to have Madison Square Garden, and we have incredible relationships amongst the league.
You know, what's been enjoyable to me is it's a basketball-centric league. You know, we've both coached in other conferences where, you know, you go to your spring meetings or whatever, and you kind of have to wait to decide what football does before you make your next move. And you know, we don't do that in our conference. We don't do that on our campuses. And obviously the quality of basketball has been terrific and led by Villanova with 2 of the 3 last national championships. So, you know, it's a great basketball league, and you play in some awesome venues in front of some great fans.
So let's start with the Friars. What's your outlook on your group this upcoming year?
I'm excited about the group. We're young. We are making a lot of mistakes that we haven't seen in a couple of years. When you have those juniors and seniors that have played in a lot of games and been in some tough situations, they're kind of able to coach themselves through it. So I got to coach a little bit more, and I feel myself coaching more in practice, in situations. It'll be different.
Is there
Can I
truth?
resubmit my vote if you have to coach a little bit more this year?
Well, yeah.
I pick you 3rd, but I may want to reconsider if you're actually coaching a little more.
If I'm actually coaching, you should have probably picked me 20th.
Wow. That's something.
He's brutal. He's brutal.
I know, I can sense
Hey,
it.
we're here for a good time. Not long.
It's tough love. It's tough love with Coach Mack.
This is a fun rivalry, in a sense, friendly. You guys are friends, but Omaha, Nebraska, and Providence, Rhode Island coming together in this league. It's been fun to watch the fan bases when you guys face off here. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, you know, it's been awesome. We played them in the Big East final the first year we were in the league. So our fans from Omaha, those warm, kind, gentle fans, got a feeling for just what those fans from Providence, Rhode Island.
I love our fans, though, Mac. I love it. You don't know what they're saying. They're yelling at you, throwing beer. I love it at the dunk.
It's been fun. It's what's been cool about this reconfigured Big East. It's been awesome for our fans to be part of this, and to have a guy like Ed bring his team in every year. It's going to be a competitive game. They're going to be well coached. They're going to play the game the right way.
Let's talk about your non-conference scheduling, both the philosophy and how that is connected to the number of teams that will have a chance come March to make the NCAA tournament, but also in how you build your team by challenging them early. So both of you hit on your non-conference schedules this year.
Well, Brian Blaney does a great job all year looking at scheduling moving forward. And, with this new metric that's in place now, how does that help us, with some of our bye games that we call them, or, your non-conference road games. You try to build up a resume. You need 10 or 11 non-conference wins. Then you need 10 or 11 conference wins to be considered an at-large team. You want to pay attention to their strength of schedule, when you're playing them, where you're playing them at that time. So I like our schedule this year. Early, I think it's tough because of our inexperience, but I like my team later in January, February. I don't know how good we are right now.
Yeah, it's always challenging to build a non-conference schedule. You want to do your team right by putting together a schedule that's good enough. If you take care of business, that your non-conference schedule can stand on its own in March come selection time. But the reality of it is you're scheduling based off of what's on paper. Guys get hurt, transfers aren't as good as you think, and then you may schedule another team that you think is going to be an easy bye game, and they end up winning their league. So it's a little bit of a crapshoot, but we've put together a good schedule. We've got a series with Gonzaga that ends up this year. We're starting one with Oklahoma. Certainly the Gavitt games have added a good non-conference opponent to our schedule every year, and now with the agreement we have with the Big 12 moving forward, I think we'll add another really quality game to what we're doing in the non-conference portion of the schedule.
How much do you both see the players that you've had, like Marcus Foster, Kyrie Thomas, and then you through the years with the guards, Cotton, Dunn, most recently Cartwright, you see those guys, and then the guys that you have on your team now, they know that standard that those guys have set. How much does that echo throughout your program?
Well, Kyrie Thomas has just been – he was such a constant in practice over the course of his 3-year career on the defensive end of the floor. Like he didn't just show what he did defensively on game night. He did it every practice, every drill. He was trying to win it, and he took it personally when somebody scored on him in practice. And I think the message that sent to the young players, Marcus Foster came to work every day, was always in the gym trying to work on something, usually more offensive for Marcus than defensive. But
tough, though. He was a good coach.
But, those guys look up to that. They want to be like those guys. They want to go play professionally and have a career in basketball. And certainly in Marcus's case and Kyrie's case, they laid out a pretty good roadmap to how to do it.
Just like Coach Mack said, you set the standard. They set the standard, and they know if they do the right things, these are the possibilities that can be their form. They all want to be pros, and it's the approach. We're fortunate that we opened a brand new practice facility. It's really, really nice, and we got a lot of great ideas from Mac. I'm going to say 3 years ago we walked through there, 4 years ago. And our players now, if you do this, these are the possibilities. So set the standard and hold them accountable.
When you recruit student athletes, and I know there's a degree where you have to tailor or modify your recruiting pitch or the things you amplify based on that player, but what are 3 things when you recruit someone to Providence you hit on, and then I want to hear from you, Coach Mack, in terms of 3 things with Creighton?
Number 1, toughness. You know what I mean? Are you mentally tough enough to play in the league? Then I would talk about their character. Do you say please? Do you say thank you? Are you appreciative? And then the 3rd thing is, are you good enough? I'm
real play.
I'm trying to stay in the head coach seat as long as I can. 3, 4, 5, 6. But I think toughness and character goes a long way.
I'd like to start with, are you good enough? we don't need to ask the other questions. We don't need to dig much deeper.
A little more efficient with your time.
I say please or thank you.
Yes.
That's the first key.
Absolutely, yeah. But, it's, you want guys that are quality character. And, for us, we're looking for a certain skill level with the way that we play. We're going to play fast, so it's important to us that guys can handle it, pass it, shoot it. And sometimes we sacrifice maybe a guy that can touch the top of the square to get a guy that can really handle it and pass it and play in space. So, those are things that are important to us. And, you have to also understand you're going to play in a place where basketball is really, really important. Like, you're not going to hide in the city of Omaha. If you're a Creighton basketball player, everybody knows who you are.
Before we let you go, who wins in golf?
Oh, him.
Yeah.
It ain't even close. That's not. The thing is, though, if we're playing true handicaps, I may get 4 aside.
I may win the low golf score. However, the number of empty cans in the basket in his cart after the match compared to my cart is a much different thing. And I'm not saying what aluminum cans are in that basket when it's over.
It's the off-season dollar beer day.
There's a lot of rattling going on in that cage in the back of his golf cart.
Nobody better. Ed Cooley, Greg McDermott, guys, thanks so much.
Thanks, fellas.
Let's send it back.